Members of Belize's security forces, diplomats, members of the public service along with government officials and the media gathered at the jetty pier in Punta Gorda town this morning to embark on a 12-mile journey to the mouth of the Sarstoon River. Today's 20-minute boat ride was for the official inauguration of the joint forward operating base via a brief ceremony, with the main speakers being the National Security Minister, John Saldivar, and the BDF Commander, David Jones. Commander Jones recalled back in 2008 when he had conducted the first reconnaissance assignment in sighting a location for the base to be built. Following that initial reconnaissance, additional ones were conducted, as Jones explained.
We saw the importance as it would address the concerns we had in regards to our sovereignty and territorial integrity. Of recent, this area of the Sarstoon has become a national concern, and our citizens have learned to appreciate the significance and importance for us to have a security presence here. We were given the task to conduct further reconnaissance, and that is when this site was located, and it was decided that it was suitable to have a structure as such that we have here today. Here, our soldiers can live under adequate conditions and conduct their functions while here at this operating base. This location is excellent as it offers a clear line of sight to the open seas approaching the Sarstoon River, and also excellent view of activities entering and exiting the river.
The wooden structure built by Victor Aldana is furnished with bunk beds, a kitchen, and utensils. According to Minister Saldivar, it has been a journey filled with challenges.
The journey in getting here was not all smooth sailing. To the contrary, there were many challenges that my government and our people had to endure and overcome to get to this point. This was all made possible through the collective, persistent efforts of our government agencies, especially our diplomats and military, and of our people whose pride and determination are second to none. You will recall, less than 3 months ago, when this location was merely a swamp, marshy mangrove, at the time of launching of the groundbreaking ceremony for this facility. The transformation has been impressive, as you can see, a facility that is now capable of accommodating dozens of law enforcement officers. I will be the first to admit that there is still a great deal that will be required by our security forces in developing this facility to standards that will bring it to par with other locations that our troops are accustomed to. And so it is in that light that I implore the commander and all men and women that will be tasked in the maintenance of this facility to continue its development process and improve on what we have here.
As we mentioned earlier, it is a joint operating base between the Belize Defence Force and the Belize Coast Guard, although there was an absence of the Coast Guard flag on the forward operating base. Commander Jones explained that matter and also told us how the base will be equipped as it relates to personnel.
We're going to have particular members of the Belize Defence Force. This facility is going to be commanded by the BDF, and we'll also have members from the Coast Guard and of course the police department. Based on what is occurring in the area, we may also have customs and also immigration who may also work from this facility. So it's a joint enforcement base, but it's commanded by the Belize Defence Force.
Now, observations on being out here today. One, the absence of the Belize Coast Guard flag. It is a joint forward operating base. Is that significant?
No, it's not significant. The task to construct this base was to the BDF, and that is why the Belize flag and the BDF flag is here. The construction was done by members of the BDF and the civilians who provided the security here. So in honor and respect to them, we had both flags there, so there's no contention there. Also, apart from the Coast Guard, we also are going to have the police here. Notice their flag is not here. The customs is also going to work here. Their flag is not here. Immigration is also going to be a partner with us. Their flag is not here. If there's a need for any NGOs to work here, they may wish something to be here for them, but that can be ironed out later.
Rear Admiral John Borland of the Belize Coast Guard was also on hand for today's inauguration.
As soon as all the hoopla is done, the ceremonies are over, we'll now start staffing the facility, and it'll be staffed jointly. Joint services means it will be occupied by members of the BDF. There has to be a police officer as well, and then the Coast Guard that will take care of the maritime component. The responsibility of policing the rivers is for the BDF along with the police, and everything in the littorals is the responsibility of the Coast Guard. So we're going to be conducting joint operations here.
Upon our arrival at the Sarstoon this morning, there was the presence of one Guatemalan Navy ship on their side of the waters and 3 canoes with Guatemalans in Belize's waters. However, by the time the ceremony was over, there was a total of 5 Guatemalan Navy vessels in the Sarstoon, with 4 of them sitting on our waters, along with the presence of a drone circling over the forward operating base. Reporting for Love News, I am Renee Trujillo.